He's no longer with us, King Frederik passes away, Prince Christian crowned overnight. Welcome to BNEWS. In a shocking turn of events that has left the nation in collective mourning and disbelief, Denmark awoke today to the somber announcement that His Majesty King Frederik X has passed away. Just months after ascending to the throne, his reign, which began with widespread optimism and symbolic transition, has come to a tragic and abrupt end. In the midst of profound national grief, the country has also witnessed the hasty but historic crowning of Crown Prince Christian, now King Christian XI, who has taken on the crown overnight under extraordinary circumstances. This seismic moment in Danish royal history has not only stunned the public but has also launched the world's attention toward the resilience and future of the monarchy. Before we take you into the unfolding layers of this extraordinary royal moment, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to BNEWS, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest revelations from the world's most fascinating royal families. Share your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear what you think about this unprecedented shift in Denmark's royal history. As the sun rose over Copenhagen this morning, an unusual quiet blanketed the royal grounds of Amalienborg Palace. The Danish flag, typically a symbol of national unity and pride, flew at half-mast. Palace insiders began leaking murmurs late last night that something was amiss. It was not long before the royal court issued an official statement at 6:45 a.m., confirming the unimaginable. His Majesty King Frederik X had died in his sleep from an undisclosed illness. Medical experts had been treating him for what was believed to be a manageable health condition, but evidently, complications took a swift and fatal turn. The 56-year-old monarch, who only recently stepped into his father's shoes, has left behind a grieving family and a country in disbelief. For many Danes, King Frederik was not just a royal figurehead, he was a symbol of modernization, compassion, and continuity. His unexpected passing has created a vacuum in leadership just as the monarchy had been entering a new and promising era under his reign. State officials, world leaders, and royal families from across the globe have already begun sending condolences. Messages of support have poured in from Buckingham Palace, the Norwegian royal house, and even from leaders in Australia, where Queen Mary was born. The international community is visibly shaken, recognizing not just the loss of a king, but of a leader poised to bring significant change. The gravity of this moment intensified as attention shifted to Crown Prince Christian. At only 19 years old, Christian was immediately declared king under Denmark's royal succession laws. By sunrise, royal advisors, state ministers, and members of the Danish church had convened in a rushed and private emergency council. In the same halls where his father took the throne just months ago, Prince Christian was sworn in under the solemn rituals of royal ascension. A nation still reeling from grief now watched as the young prince was crowned King Christian XI, marking one of the most rapid and emotional successions in Danish history. The coronation, though hastily arranged, was steeped in centuries of tradition. Dressed in a tailored ceremonial suit that once belonged to his grandfather, the new King Christian stood beside Queen Mary, his mother, who was visibly tearful but composed. The ceremony was held within Christiansborg Palace's throne room, lit with candles and attended by only a select few senior royal family members, church officials, and top government representatives. The Archbishop's voice cracked as he uttered the sacred vows. Those present said the atmosphere was surreal, mournful yet momentous, private yet bursting with the weight of history. Amid the sorrow, Queen Mary's voice rose in a moment that sent tremors through the Danish soul. In a powerful, emotionally charged speech, she declared to the Danish people and the world, "He will lead now. My son, your king, is ready." Her words, echoing with the strength of both a grieving wife and a mother steadying her son, ignited waves of emotion. Her face was drawn, but her voice held steady. She emphasized the enduring strength of the Danish monarchy and implored citizens to rally behind King Christian. The Queen Consort, now the Queen Mother, was firm in her belief that Christian was not only prepared for this moment but destined for it. The moment marked a dramatic shift in tone, from mourning to resolve. As news stations across Europe broke into special coverage, Danes lit candles across major city squares. In Copenhagen, thousands gathered at City Hall Square, laying flowers and holding vigil for their late king. The crowd spontaneously erupted into singing the national anthem when the new monarch appeared on the palace balcony, supported by Queen Mary and his siblings. Though his eyes were red from tears, Christian held his posture with remarkable composure. He waved solemnly to the people, his people, now watching their youngest king in centuries rise amidst the weight of profound sorrow. While the world collectively gasps at the speed and scale of this shift, many now wonder how King Christian XI will approach the throne. Known for his reserved demeanor and modern education, Christian had until now been considered a royal in training. But insiders say his father spent the last 2 years intensively preparing him. From statecraft briefings to military training and diplomatic protocols, Prince Christian had been walking a silent path to leadership, one now thrust into high gear. He is said to have already summoned key advisors to discuss stability and continuity of royal duties in the face of his father's passing. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen addressed the nation just hours after the coronation. Her voice cracked with emotion as she offered condolences to the royal family and pledged full governmental support for King Christian's transition. "We have lost a monarch who served with dignity and compassion," she stated. "But we have gained a leader in Christian, a young man of vision, principle, and unshakable strength." The parliament stood for a moment of silence, marking a rare moment of unity in Danish politics. The reaction abroad has been just as intense. French President Emmanuel Macron issued a statement lauding King Frederik's diplomatic acumen. The United States Embassy in Denmark lowered its flag and offered tributes. Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese honored Queen Mary's roots and extended his heartfelt condolences. The entire Nordic region now watches closely as Denmark navigates both a national mourning period and the delicate rise of a teenage monarch. What comes next could reshape the image of European royalty for years to come. As public mourning continues, plans for King Frederik's state funeral are underway. Royal sources say the funeral will follow a full week of mourning, with ceremonial processions through Copenhagen, a formal service at Roskilde Cathedral, and a final resting beside Queen Margrethe's ancestors. World royals are expected to attend, including King Charles III and Queen Camilla. The service will serve as both a tribute to Frederik's life and a stage for introducing King Christian XI to the global stage. The Danish people, many still in shock, have flooded social media with tributes. Hashtags like #FarewellFrederick and #LongLiveChristian are trending globally. Citizens recount stories of Frederik's kindness, humor, and devotion to the welfare of his people. Others are beginning to share memories of young Christian at public events, hinting at the quiet strength many say they had already noticed in the new monarch. Queen Mary has also released a heartfelt note of thanks to the public for their support, describing their love as the warmth that carries us through this storm. What lies ahead for King Christian XI remains uncertain. He inherits the throne at a time when monarchies around the world face scrutiny and shifting public perception. Yet his ascension, though sudden, comes at a moment when the world is craving leadership that is youthful yet grounded in legacy. Queen Mary's fierce advocacy, the deep bond within the royal siblings, and the institutional strength of the Danish monarchy may be exactly what anchors Christian in the days ahead. Will King Christian continue his father's modernizing legacy or chart his own course entirely? Will he bring a new era of digital diplomacy and youthful reform? The coming weeks will likely determine whether Denmark's youngest monarch in centuries will rise to the occasion, and whether the tragic end of one reign will mark the hopeful beginning of another. So now we turn to you. What do you think about the sudden ascension of King Christian XI? Can this young king lead Denmark into a new age of monarchy? Or is the weight of the crown too heavy for a boy barely out of his teenage years? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow BNEWS for all the latest updates in royal history as it unfolds in real time.